So I've been camping in this trailer for about a year since my initial build, and I thought it would be nice to go over things I've changed. Starting in the front, you see I have a power jack. I replaced the manual one here, because after a while that just gets annoying. The really cool thing is this is fed off the power in the trailer, so I can actually flip a breaker to completely disable this, at least the electronic way. Of course, these always have a manual override. Now going into the trailer, you can see, well, I added a handle here, which is great, but also right inside, I now have a screen door. But let's go inside and look at other things. Now on the inside here, you can see the layout is exactly the same as before, and everything I built is holding up just great. You know, even though I used very simplistic methods, it's holding up really well bouncing down the road. But I moved my campfire forks there, got some other stuff hanging on the walls. A major change I made over here for the cooler is I replaced the sliding latch with a gate latch, because the very first trip, of course, I completely forgot to latch it and the cooler was on the floor out here, so I had to fix that. And the gate latch is nice because that'll automatically latch it in place where I don't have to worry about forgetting that anymore. Now in the bathroom, this is still working great. That toilet is awesome. I do have foam here, so I'm in the process of improving the insulation. But this has stayed the same, except I got a little mirror there, and we have a little bit extra storage and a broom. Overall, the same as it was before. Now the biggest improvement here is all about power. First of all, I added a battery shunt that comes with this battery monitor, and this here gives you a very accurate view of how much power you have, because it's actually tracking how much the batteries are being charged and how much power consumption you have. So this tells you exactly where your batteries are at. I could have utilized this right away, but I do have 3 batteries now, so I have 300 amp hours of power instead of 100, and on the roof I now have 400 watts of solar instead of 100, and that was absolutely necessary because we kept running out of power on our trips, sometimes just barely. But as you see, I made massive improvements all across power in this. Over in the bed area here on the fan, I'm going to say this is one of my only regrets about the product I chose. The Max fan is fantastic, but this one I bought is the non-remote version. It's only exhaust. This cannot be reversed, well, without adding your own switch and all that to reverse polarity. So I really should have bought the remote one to get the reverse direction, even though I didn't care about the remote. I think that's what I should have done. But either way, still works great for moving air through here. So those are the main things I wanted to cover. And the key takeaway here is power. Overestimate how much power you need, both in power capacity and generation. If I did that early on, it would have saved me a lot of headaches. On the bright side, it is easy to make those upgrades. I was able to add more capacity and generation fairly easily. But, just something to look out for if you're doing your own build. Just think about that pretty early on. Now, other than that, I could not be happier with the way this build turned out. The layout, the functionality of this has been absolutely fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 1-year update of me camping in this, and I hope there's a couple takeaways here anyway that can help you with your own build. Now, if you excuse me, it's getting kind of toasty in here. Thank you for watching.